Hi everyone and welcome back to Wander Freely. Today I actually have a bit of a guessing game for you. So Chris and I actually made one big change and it has nothing to do with the house. The house is coming along great. Check it out. But this has nothing to do with the house. This has to do with RVing and our lifestyle and something, you know, that's kind of, you don't really change all that often. So I thought maybe you'd like to take a guess. I'll give you some hints. Well, first guess. No, I don't know. But alright, I'll give you some hints. The first one is that it's blue. Did you get it yet? No. It has to do with changing out something old for something used but new to us and not as old as we previously had. It's obviously not Aunt Gladdy because I still sit in Aunt Gladdy. Okay, yeah, so we got a new truck. We traded in our 2006 Dodge Ram 2500 diesel for a 2015 GMC Sierra that is gas. And Chris seriously could not be happier. You like it?
Yeah. Really
and our new truck has a higher tow rating than our Dodge Ram did, so Aunt Gladdy will be just fine. I'm going to give you a tour, and then after the tour I will go over some of the reasons that we actually decided to make the change so that you can understand why we had the truck that we had at first and now why we are switching to this truck as well, so that as you're making your own decisions in how you want to tow your vehicle, this may give you some insight into that. So, tour first. Chris, are you happy with this truck?
I am so happy with this truck. Hard to explain. Can't really put it in words. Yes, very happy with this truck.
Okay, I'm going to just show you some of the features really quick while Chris gets the snow off. Yes, okay, heated seats. Not something that I need necessarily, and I probably will never use, but we have it. We actually now have a backup camera, which is nice for Chris. He's excited about that. Here's what all this stuff looks like. One of the things I really love is this is actually a bench seat. It has storage in here and storage in here, but it's actually, you're able to flip this up and it's a bench seat, which I love that. I love bench seats in a truck, so yay for the bench seat. One of the things that we love about this truck, especially this time of year, is that it has a remote start, and that is just the most brilliant thing. I can live without all the other stuff. I don't need the heated seats. I don't need any of that other stuff. The remote start is clutch in Pennsylvania in the winter. Okay, Chris, give us your top favorite things about this truck.
I think right off the start, I really like the smooth ride of it. As you can imagine, there's a huge difference between the old Dodge that we had. I mean, this truck's 9 years newer, which right off the bat, that helps. But it's a lot quieter. The fact that it's not diesel, it just runs quieter. But just the way they built the cabin, it's made to run a little bit quieter. So I really like that a lot. I love the way the interior of it looks. I think this is a GMC Sierra. I think they did a fantastic job. And in 2015, they switched up they totally redesigned the interior, and I think they really nailed it. The Chevy Silverado is real similar. So those two are very similar trucks, but I love it. It's real easy to use. I mean, it looks cool, but the buttons and the way they laid everything out, it's not overwhelming either. It's still easy to make changes and adjustments, and yeah, I like it a lot. And the Dodge that we had, it was so bare bones, which was nice in its own way. This isn't even a top of the line truck. I mean, there's levels above it, but for us, it feels like we're driving in this luxury truck.
Now, let me go through the reasoning that we had in making this decision. The biggest reason for the change was that we are now transitioning into towing less miles. And when we were first setting out, we were towing all the time. We towed across the country multiple times, and it was, almost 3 years of towing. And so we knew we really wanted the dependability of a diesel in terms of going up mountains and having that, I guess it's torque that the diesel gives you so that you have all the power that you need. And now we're switching to having less time on the road we're going to be balancing our time a little bit more. So now we're going to have a truck that's not towing nearly as much as we have been. And because of that, we wanted something that will suit us well, not towing as well as towing. Our second major consideration was just the cost. The cost of gas in Pennsylvania is very, very high, and it has to do with taxes. And I don't want that to scare you, because although I feel like, you know, it doesn't matter, it's like it always balances out, because we do not have tax on food or on clothing here, so you can stock up on those things while you visit Pennsylvania, but gas, you're gonna pay for it. As we were traveling, a lot of times diesel was actually cheaper than regular gasoline, but back in Pennsylvania it is not like that at all. So out west we definitely made out using diesel, but now that we're back here and we're going to be spending more time back here, about half the year is what we're predicting, we need to be able to, we made the switch to a gasoline version so that we could actually kind of equal out those expenses. But while we were towing a lot, we loved the diesel. The only thing I really disliked about it was, well, there were two things, and you can see that video. You can talk, you know, we did a video on why we chose the truck that we did, which I'll put up here in the corner. There were two things about it that I kind of really disliked. One was that, you know, it stinks at gas stations when you go. It gets on your hands, it just smells, you know, and there are ways around that, you know, obviously you can wear gloves, all that stuff, but it's just more of a hassle. And then the second thing was that it was so loud. Well, the crazy thing is, like, now I've gotten totally used to the sound of the diesel, and I have to admit, it grew on me, and like, I kind of liked it, because all of a sudden, like, you can be on a highway or something, you're driving, and people hear you coming. It just feels, there's like a safety factor there that I never even considered before, but people hear you and they stay out of your way, basically. It's crazy, I know, but it's true. So I do think when we first bought the truck, the new truck, on our way home, we were driving, and literally it was so quiet in the car. Like, we weren't even talking, which is not like us, because I usually like gab the whole time when we're in the car, but we were just sitting there and it was like nothing. Super quiet truck, couldn't hear a thing. It was crazy. It was so funny for us. This spring we're actually planning to tow out to Utah, and then up into South Dakota, and then back again. So it will certainly get a really good test this spring, and we'll see how the diesel, our experience with the diesel, stacks up to our new experience with the gas truck. So overall, we're really, really thrilled. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I hope you're having a great day today, and we'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, and let me know in the comments just how long it took you to guess a truck, if you guessed it or not. Let me know, just for fun. Selecting a vehicle for towing is a serious business, and we did put together a guide that you can read through if you're looking for that information. I'll put the link up above. See you next time.